Hi everyone, I am Shatarupa Pradhan, legal intern at LEXCLIQ. Today, I'm going to discuss about employee rights in India. An employee is the best asset to an employer that he can boast of. When the employee is motivated by an employer, he gives his best to get the job done. The Indian Constitution has given certain rights to the employee, and I will deal exclusively on this. If an employer breaches any of the right that the employee is entitled to, then the employee can sue the employer in the competent court of jurisdiction. First, we'll discuss about the written employment agreement. Before an employee starts its job, he or she should enter into an employment agreement. The employment agreement forms the basis of an employee employer relationship. The document should capture job description, work hours, wages, job location, and the kind of work that the employee is supposed to do, dispute resolution procedures, and non disclosure of company's secret. The contract is binding on both the employee and the employer. If the employee breaches uh, wa- uh, any of the terms and conditions in the agreement, then he may sue the employer and vice versa. Next, we'll talk about the minimum wage right. The minimum wage right is a provision by the Indian Constitution to protect the wage of the workers. The minimum wage is not uniform throughout India. It may vary under certain conditions like the work, the area of work, the living expenses in the particular area, the employee's financial condition to pay, and the price of living. Next comes the Sexual Harassment Protection Act. India is a country where there is high prevalence of sexual harassment where the employer take the advantage of the feminine workers and harass them sexually. The uh, pro- sexual harassment of women at workplace prevention prohibition and redressal act 2013 came into action to curb this ugly trend. This act includes advances of physical contact, demanding for uh, demanding for sex before offering help, showing pornography, or any sexual conduct of that matter. Right to overtime and work hours. An adult worker is entitled to a 9 hours of work. If an employer wants the employee to work beyond 9 hours, then he or she is entitled to get a pay beyond the regulation pay. And often the overtime pay is higher than the regulation pay. Next is right to receive pay for public holidays. In India, there are three public holidays: January 26, August 15, and October 2. During the public holidays, the employees are to uh, entitled for leave. If the employer wants the employee to work on this particular days on these three particular days, then the employer has to pay the employee extra, which is termed as the public holiday allowances to the employee who has worked during the period of public holidays.